right, now we're live. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, how can you?
It's always good.
Yeah, yeah.
It is always good to be live.
Of course, yes. So, Steve, I we have met a couple of times earlier, and now you're here in Helsinki at WDBE 2019. So, what have you been up to here so far?
Well, here in Helsinki, I actually chaired this morning's session for the digital twins, and had one of the mini sessions within that. And I spoke on digital content as the currency of the 21st century built environment. At least in our morning segment, well, our keynotes this morning that kicked us off really tied in pretty well with Sola Bolsa had talked from Microsoft, had talked about digital twins and how they're using them. So that whole track was really pretty good to be in, following some of the earlier talks. But it's really heartening to see, I think, a maturing of our industry. You know, at these events, when we see real practitioners or people that are actually using this, and the owners are getting involved, which is what we've always needed. They're the ones that are driving, that have the most to gain, and now are driving the process, and that's great to see. So,
Yeah, so it's no longer just slideware.
Slideware, right? Exactly. Yeah, and it's no longer as many of the silos, though. I think we're truly we've talked about it for a long time, breaking the silos down of the design separate from engineering, separate from the assembly phase, even procurement often, and then as many people say, throwing the information over the wall to the owner after everything's done. Seeing a lot of the ways that things are happening in a more cohesive manner, and people are collaborating from day one early on. The stakeholders are. I think we ended up a lot better building industry for that.
Yeah, I've been talking to people about digital twins here a lot, and everybody seems to have a different view of what is digital twin definition. What's your definition?
Well, and if any of you listened to my webcast of a couple weeks ago, I actually did one with a colleague of mine now, Victor Davidoff, had been with NCC, and he was in their VDC area. So we presented on digital twins. And digital twins is just another one of our buzzwords. This industry loves buzzwords. We get ourselves wrapped up. And often everybody has a separate definition. So, but I think, a lot of times people say, well, you're just using that because it's the newest thing to use. No, I think we need to have, to really change this industry, which is what we're doing, we have to change the vocabulary. We have to change the words. And as I say, sometimes we're in the chrysalis stage of a butterfly. First it's a caterpillar, then it goes into the chrysalis, and it's just kind of this gooey, no, it's not really defined what it's going to be, and I think that's where we are right now. I think a lot of this, we have a lot of digital content, we have a lot of digital initiatives, we have digital tools, digital technology, but it hasn't all become cohesively working in concert together, but it's getting there, and building bridges. You asked the digital twin. To me, the digital twin is a living, functioning, nearly organic, breathing parallel model of the actual real-time facility. And we've seen this in other industries for decades. Aerospace, aircraft back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, they were using technology, and they were defining, not drawing anymore a airplane. They were actually modeling it. And those model parts, though they were digital, they had the strength characteristics of the metal or whatever. And so now we're getting to that. The industry, it's not new in terms of many of those other industries, but for us, it is in the building industry. But there's no reason it can't be done as well. It's just our manufacturing environment is a little more site-based and bespoke than a big factory.
Yeah, and also we have been talking about not just limiting the twin into one facility or building, but also it becomes part of the digital city.
It does. Actually, for another way I think of everyone looking at it, a single object, digital, BIM object, is a digital twin essentially. This light fixture above us, there could be a digital twin of that fixture. That fixture is part of a building or facility. Actually, at BIMobject, where I am, that's what we do, is we create those objects, not just create, but we also host it. It's a warehouse for those parts. We look at it as Legos. You can build a facility out of multiple BIM objects, which are the digital twin once they're functional and operational. But those at a asset level or at a specific fixture level become part of a building, and that building becomes part maybe of a campus, a facility. That facility becomes part of that city, the digital city, which also has impact. It can impact the infrastructure, and they can design infrastructure, even transportation utilization and water, potable water supply and sewers and power. All of these services can be predicted and virtualized and run as a digital twin in time with the real occurrence. So.
Yeah, very good points about digital twins, and well, maybe we have to continue with the program soon, and so thank you very much, Steve.
Yes, very good. Thanks, Aarni. Good seeing you.